We told you our Marty Landon would be here, and he is here with our other guest, Kim. What was your last name?
Sedmak.
Sedmak, that's right. And hard to believe, Marty, it's around the corner.
Oh, it's coming real fast. Way too fast, as a matter of fact.
I mentioned earlier that you're probably pretty much done with the planning stages, that you're probably ready to jump into this thing, even though you've got a ways to go. You still need to raise money for fireworks.
I have, as a matter of fact, Pat, we are just today kicking off our fundraising campaign.
Okay.
For the year. I got a year under my belt last year, and I learned a lot. I didn't learn everything. I'm still learning today, but I don't think that we need to kick it off earlier than this. I think right now is prime time, so we're gonna kick it off today.
Do you have a goal for the fireworks?
Goal?
For the fireworks?
Oh yeah, $10,000 for the fireworks.
Okay. Did we hit that last year? Didn't we?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Which was close.
Yes. We went right down to the wire last year.
One of the questions I want to get out of the way right away. I saw in the paper that you used the softball field last year for Idle,
and it was very successful. Very successful. There was a lot of concern last year about the damaging the softball field, and not a bit of damage.
I didn't see any.
None at all. As a matter of fact, the stage that we had on the field, excuse me, the stage that we had on the field, they weren't able to come and get it until Monday after the festival. The festival ended on Saturday, and they weren't able to get here on Sunday to get it. So they were here on Monday, and they got here late on Monday. Actually, they actually pulled the stage off of the field with a semi. It was about 6:30 in the evening.
I was going to say it was in the evening.
And they had a game scheduled on the field at 7. And I jumped on their little scooter with their drag, and I dragged the infield and smoothed the tracks out. And they played softball at 7 o'clock, and you couldn't even tell that we did anything there.
Well, here's what I read, and it was either in the Courier or the Beacon, I can't remember. I have not been told this, but the rec board or somebody had said that they're going to have softball games during the 4th of July week. That you will be doing this. Was that going to throw you off?
Well, there was I understand there was a mix-up, because I got phone calls about it. There was a mix-up. The rec board, I believe, didn't know if I was going to be using it or not. Somebody approached them about doing a softball tournament, and they told them, yeah, it was okay, and then they called me. And last year, after the festival was all over, I think it was maybe in September or October last year, I was going to file for my special events permit. I do that as soon as possible. And I called Jason Picard and talked to him about using the softball field again. I asked him if there was going to be an issue with it. He said, no, absolutely not. He said, you did a good job. He says there was no damage. We're very pleased with it. No problems at all. So he said, yes, we could use it again. I filed my special events permit and submitted it. It went through council, was approved, and it includes the ballpark again. So I was under the understanding that all along that I'm using the ball field. Now I heard this, and this happened last year, about this time, maybe a little later. But no, I contacted city council, and they said, no, you got the ballpark. It's yours for the week.
So the Idol will be on the ballpark.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Kim, what's your your big job here now.
I'm going to be in charge of the parade.
Are you?
Yeah, and then I typically follow suit with whatever else needs to be done, so we keep things flowing.
You've been involved with this for a while, right?
Yeah, I competed with the Conneaut Idol for a while in the competition, and then
I remember when you
yeah, and he recruited me, and then I've just yeah, whatever you need me to do.
It was the energy that
It was
that attracted me. She's full of energy, man.
That we need it, buddy.
If I tell her, ask her to do something, man, she's on
Gets
it.
it done. Gets it done.
She did the parade last year, her and Melissa Radak, and Melissa informed us she won't be able to do it this year. She's backing off of all of her volunteer work and stuff, and spending more time with her family, which I fully understand.
She's a go-getter too.
yes, absolutely.
And Kim worked with Melissa last year on the parade, so I naturally asked Kim, "You want to take it over?" She said, "Yes, absolutely."
What about Kathy Gebhardt, her sister, for the beauty pageant?
Now I haven't talked with Kathy to confirm that she will be there, but I have talked to her, and I'm under the assumption she will be.
Okay, Chrissy Bergman, of course, his
Yes.
sister. I was with Kathy at Golden Dawn the other day, and I meant to ask her, and I forgot. We were talking about something else, but they do a tremendous job. They do a tremendous
Yes,
job.
absolutely.
Now, last year you kind of expanded your vendors and your rides and everything because you had more room. Is that going to be the case this year?
I am so excited about this year, Pat. It's just, I'm just overjoyed with the situation this year. I have secured a new ride company, not the one that was there last year. That was a new ride company,
Right.
and it was bigger than the one prior to that year. This ride company that I've secured is Midways of Utica. They're out of New York, and they're one of New York's finest ride companies. It's huge. They have 3 Ferris wheels, 17 rides, approximately, maybe more. 17 rides they're bringing this year.
Really?
Lakeview Park is going to be jam-packed with beautiful rides. The ride company, I saw them 2 years ago at Northeast Pennsylvania's Cherry Festival. Fantastic ride company.
Did you try to get them then, or
Yes,
and
yes,
they weren't available?
I tried to get them last year, yes, and they weren't available. Of course, a nice ride company like that is going to be booked all the time.
Right.
Dana Peck is the owner of the company, and he ran into some health issues last year. And through those health issues, he had to pull out of some of the dates that he had booked, and the 4th of July was one of them. So they replaced him. I got a phone call from him earlier this year, and he said, "Are you still interested in us for the 4th of July festival?" And I said, "You're an answer to my prayer." And so they will be here. He's been here a couple of times over the winter. We sat down at the park and planned things out.
Okay. Cool. That sounds good. What about your other vendors?
We've got more food vendors than we had last year. Last year we had a really nice turnout. I've added, I believe, 7 more food vendors.
Really?
Yes. Taylor's Doughboy, Taylor's Concessions. I don't know if you've ever been to the Albion Fair.
Oh yeah. Many times.
You've been there. You've seen the food trailers with the giant inflatable doughboys on top of them. Mm-hmm. That concession company's coming here this year.
Okay.
Every kind of food imaginable. I got one of the guys. The guy actually is Guy's Barbecue. Mm-hmm. From the Rib Fest.
Right.
He'll be there with his ribs. Of course, Denny will be there. Father Miller with his fried cheese. Yeah. Fruit smoothies. John's Fruit Smoothies out of Youngstown. have expanded on the food. We have the incredible, no, indescribable kettle corn. They'll be there.
I love kettle corn.
It's
Yes.
indescribable.
Indescribable.
You can't tell. You know, I knew you would be prepared, but I didn't expect you to be this prepared.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's been since November calling, hey, we gotta get
You
together.
have,
we
you
gotta
have
get-"
to.
Yes.
It had to have been a winter project.
Definitely.
It's an all-year project because I'll start going to other festivals here in a month. Start traveling to other festivals and talking to new people and coming up with new ideas and.
Let's take this call, Marty.
Okay.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Linda. Marty, I have been to festivals with them rides, and they are wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful rides.
Yes, I brought a promotional video with me of the ride company. I gave it to the producers, and maybe they'll be able to play it sometime during this interview.
Yeah, they had them rides at the Stockton Gala Days in Stockton, and they had them at the Chautauqua County Fair, and they're really nice.
Yes, all the rides are very clean.
Yes,
The operators, that's what really attracted me, was the operators were all nice, clean, well-mannered, very polite people. They all wear uniforms.
Really?
Yes.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be happy with them if they bring the, the caliber that they had when I used to go up there to them things.
Well, I sat with Dana Peck, the owner. We sat in his truck for 3 hours in minus 10 degrees down at Lakeview Park. We sat in his truck and talked for 3 hours, and he told me, he says, Marty, you're not going to believe what I'm going to do to this park.
Yeah.
And I said, Dana, that's what I need to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hang up, but they are nice rides, so I think everybody's going to be very well pleased.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Linda.
Thanks, Linda.
Okay, have a good day. Bye.
You too.
Believe me, when you get involved in those kind of things like Marty has done over the years, and this is the 10th anniversary, I think.
Yes, I
Yes,
wanted to
it
hit
is.
on that. That's huge for this.
You just
festival.
don't walk up there and put a show on. You plan that too.
Oh, I'm
and it
telling
takes a lot of planning.
I've got some really nice announcements, exciting announcements for the Conneaut Dairy Queen Idol, or the Dairy Queen Conneaut Idol.
All right, let me go back just before we get into that, Marty, because I'm gonna have to try to fire another commercial that hasn't fired all morning.
I think the producer said we have that video is ready. So we have that.
We'll check with him in a second.
Okay.
All right, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Fireworks the 5th.
That's Saturday night.
That's a
yeah.
Saturday night,
At
10:30,
10:15.
10:15.
10:15.
Wasn't it last year you had to do it quick?
Oh yeah.
Because we had a storm coming in.
And I'll tell you what, if you go on YouTube, there's a video of the fireworks last year. I can't remember I think Bob Lebzelder put one on there, but there's another one on there. William West or something.
Bill West.
Bill West. He put one on, and he shows the lightning coming down the lake.
Oh, we were sitting there watching it.
Yeah, on the video though, it shows the lightning coming down the lake and then the fireworks go off. And yes, we had to shoot them early.
Well,
Against my
good thing you did.
yes, I was upset because they did it. They did it without my consent. I was in contact with the shooter, but the issue was I was on stage doing the finals of the Idol contest, and so I couldn't talk with him as much. I thank God my son and Michael Bartone were there, and they handled that for me. But I didn't want them to shoot him early. I wanted to save him for Sunday, as a matter of fact, if they couldn't shoot him on Saturday.
Didn't they go off at 9:30 or 10 or
9:45.
9:45?
Yeah.
Because we're sitting there and I go, Michelle, they're not going to get this in. And next thing I know, I go, oh, this is hilarious. She goes, it looks like the neighbors are shooting fireworks off. I go, that's
Everybody
the real
thought
thing.
that.
Yeah. But so we sat there. We had a great display. I mean, it was a good display. just in time.
Yeah.
And you know, I learned something from that too. Is they shot them early and they shot them fast.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't wait in between shots, and I got so many good comments.
People like
about
that. Bang,
and
bang,
so
bang.
we may do that this year
Yeah.
purposely.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, usually the fireworks last about a half an hour. Those were over in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but it was. I got so many good comments about the fireworks. They thought it was the best ever and everything, you know, and it's like, wow.
I like that when it goes like that real fast, you know. But what we're gonna do, I'm having Marty kind of talk.
I've
over
never
this.
done that before.
We're gonna have Marty to explain a little bit about some of the stuff we're seeing.
Well, yeah, you can see the rides. That's the mini Ferris wheel. That's for the little kids.
And me.
This I would not suggest you go on it, Pat. This
Really?
is a major slide. It's pretty big.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Oh,
would
something
not
like
say
that fit down there, Marty?
Yeah, yeah. They've had one of those slides down there just about every year.
Here's your games.
And now, yeah, we'll go through the games. A lot of games. Oh, excuse me. A lot of games. There's going to be fun for everyone, guaranteed. This is a great ride company. I'm so excited about this ride company. It's just
They supply the games and the rides.
yes, they bring the rides and the games, and they'll be bringing. I think he said 4 food trailers also. They do all the cotton candy apples, caramel apples, that stuff. The ride company does, and then they have a couple more. They have a soft serve ice cream trailer they'll have down there, so you'll be able to get an ice cream cone, a banana split. You know, instead of every year we've had Cherry Hill Drive-In.
Right.
Has ice cream down there every year, but his is hand dipped. It's in the containers and you scoop it and put it in a cone.
Right.
The ride company's bringing a soft serve ice cream truck.
You're gonna have like beer.
Yeah, the beer truck will be there. We're actually I'm anticipating a larger crowd this year than last year. Of course, last year we had 3 days of rain. This year we're not going to have any rain. It's going to be
Right.
sunny and warm the whole festival.
I hope so. I really do.
I like how you said warm and not incredibly hot.
Yeah.
I'm expanding the beer sales. We're gonna situate the trailer in a certain position so that we can sell beer on both sides of the trailer.
Do you have? What if somebody wants to come down and be a vendor? Can they do that locally?
Absolutely. Call me 593-6299 or 593-MAXX, and yeah, call me.
Anything you're particularly looking for? You probably don't want to double up.
I've filled. The only thing I'm really looking for that I haven't been able to find yet is Oriental food.
Oh, yeah.
I would really like to get a trailer down there with Oriental food.
Right.
I haven't found one yet. I found a couple of them, but they're first of all they got to meet a certain criteria. We don't want shabby looking food vendors down there. We want nice, clean, organized. We want an appearance that it's family friendly and everybody feels comfortable with.
I remember one of the last years that Tom and Shelley were doing it. They had a fish vendor that might have even had some Oriental food with them. It was quite popular, actually.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. I finally secured a pierogi trailer. There'll be
Very
pierogies, fried cabbage and noodles, potato pancakes. That's very popular. I love that food there. That's good comfort food.
Oh yeah, definitely. Entertainment.
Entertainment. Let's start out with probably the biggest attraction for the festival is the Dairy Queen Conneaut Idol Contest.
Okay.
This is the 10th anniversary of the Idol Contest, and we are celebrating in a huge way. We have invited all the previous 9 winners back to compete against each other for the anniversary. I have been in contact with 8 of them. The one that we are lacking is Amy Woody.
So if you're out there,
If you know Amy Woody, please contact her.
Wasn't she the gal whose husband was the Coast Guard?
Yes, yes.
They might be transferred.
They have, and I don't know where. I did contact the Coast Guard station. They said that he has been transferred, but they couldn't give me that information.
Really?
Right. They said what they will do is contact him, and if he wants to contact me, then he can. I gave him all my contact information. I have not heard back from him. I found him on Facebook.
Okay.
And I sent messages to him over Facebook. I have not been able
Has
to
it
find.
been a while?
Yes, I have not been able to find her on Facebook. Now, and I don't want to speculate or anything, but it just appears to me that they may have split up. So he has not contacted me yet. So if anybody out there knows Amy Woody, please have her contact me. We would love to have her at this show.
Do you have, is it Petrie, is it Petrie or?
Pete Petrie.
Pete Petrie, he
Yeah.
will be performing?
Yeah, here's the list, and I'm doing this off my memory. I didn't write it down. Bobby Belcher.
Right, the first one, right?
Yes. Amy Woody, and this is in order, I believe. Alexis Garrix. Not in order. Amber Kissman. Pete Petrie. Debbie Tisdale. Art Gilchrist. Taylor Dobb. And Katrina Carlson.
How will that work, Marty? I mean, will they have to compete, or will they just be performing?
It'll be just like the contest has been in the past. All contestants will perform the first night. They'll be judged
Really?
and and eliminated, just like their contest is.
So somebody could actually be a 2-time winner.
Somebody is going to be a 2-time winner.
Wow.
the
There's-
anniversary edition. Yeah.
There's not going to be any other contestants. No new contestants.
No?
Nope. It's just the 9.
What
previous
if?
winners.
Now, what if you get 10 kids that want to be in it?
They'll have to wait till next year.
I can't see you doing that. I really can't.
I've gotten a lot of comments about that because people want to be in it, but this is something I've planned for years. You know, a 10th anniversary. I've been waiting for it to do this specific thing, and I'm going to stick to my guns in this one. We have an exciting prize for the winner, actually. Erie Brick Recording Studio in Ashtabula has, we've secured recording time for the winner to go in and record a CD.
Good
So,
deal. Help out.
Yeah.
What about you and I talked for an hour last summer. It was last summer, last fall. And you had plans. You were going to try to get a big name act. Did that ever come through?
It has not yet, and I could kick myself in the head 10 times for not biting the bullet and doing it, because I was making an attempt and negotiating with Leonard Skinner.
Yep, I remember you telling me.
To bring them in.
And I never repeated that, but he told me that a long time ago.
Yeah, and I've been negotiating with him for over 2 years to bring them here. It was, I mean, just.
Well, their price was way up.
Yes, yeah. It started at $250,000. They wanted to come here for 90 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
And I negotiated with them, and I got them down to $135,000.
Really?
Yeah, and you know, almost committed to it, and then I thought, no, I'm afraid to, you know.
I don't blame you.
Because that's, you know, that's money out of my pocket if I don't
Right.
secure the ticket sales or whatever to make that money back. And my wife said no.
Well,
You're not putting our house up for.
she wants to keep the house.
Right. So, but today, well, not today, but just about 2 months ago, I learned that I should have done it because Leonard Skinner teamed up with Bad Company, and they're touring together this year. So if I would have went ahead and booked them, I would have got both of those bands
At that same price.
at the same price.
No kidding. Well, how do you know?
Right.
What about, you'll have probably other bands too, right?
Oh, we have a great. Actually, being 4 days this year, we were able to have 6 bands this year.
This year?
Yeah, we'll have
Okay.
6 different bands down there this year. I haven't secured all of them yet. I'm still looking. I have to go out and listen to the bands and make sure, you know, they're appropriate for what we want, and their talent is at a level that we want to. We will have Match Point. They are coming back this year. They played last year. Fantastic classic rock band.
Right.
Country Redford is the country band that we had last year. There's like a 7-piece country band. Got a female vocalist and
They
a
were
male vocalist.
really good. Everybody really liked them.
We're on the edge of a contemporary rock, classic rock, blues and country band called Tokyo Cats. Kim turned me on to Tokyo Cats. She said, Marty, they're awesome. You got to get them. So
They're a lot of fun.
they've committed. I just haven't bit the bullet and said yes. Okay, you know. I want a certain level of entertainment down there. So you know. And then Scarecrow, the John Cougar Mellencamp tribute
They're very
band
good.
that was supposed to play last year on Saturday
Yeah, what
night.
happened?
Or
The rain.
lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stage is an all aluminum stage, and
It would
you
have
know
been
this
electrifying.
I was very impressed with the company that rented me that stage. I was very impressed. They're out of Ironton, Ohio. Okay, John, and his last name is slipping my mind, but fantastic guy. That we were in the middle of well, right at the end of Dairy Queen Conneaut Idol finals, getting ready. Scarecrow went on stage, and they were getting ready to start playing. My phone rang, and it was John that owns the stage, and he said, "Do you have people on the stage?" And I said, "Yeah." And he says, "I'm sitting in my office, I'm watching the radar on the internet." He said, "You've got a storm coming down the lake with lightning." He said, "You need to get the people off of that stage."
Wow.
He was calling me from Ironton, Ohio, telling me that there's a storm coming down Lake Erie right towards us, and we need to get the people off the stage.
Wow.
Safety first.
Yes, safety first. I was very impressed with that.
Are you gonna have the same stage this year?
Yes,
Are you?
exact same stage. Yep.
Yeah, I went down to see that stage. Yeah, I was impressed.
Yes.
It was very nice. I have to try one more commercial, Marty.
No problem.
I want to come back to you, Kim, and hear about your parade and maybe people want to get signed up. Are you taking sign-ups now?
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, as soon as possible. The more quickly I can get it put together and get the lineup
Easier
set.
it is.
Oh gosh, yeah. Then there's no chaos.
All right, let's do this. This is from Billy Gregory.
Okay.
Last year, whoops, excuse me. I live by the park where the festival is held. And my question for your guest is, where will the generators be located this year? Last year they were placed on the Sandusky Street side and were so very loud. Even with our house windows closed, it was still very loud. Thank you, Bill Gregory.
I'm glad you asked that question. As I submitted my special events permit last year in, I believe it was October, I received council's approval with 2 stipulations in the permit. One stipulation was that we can't have a rain date for the fireworks. The purpose of that is because when the fireworks come into town, when they cross the Conneaut city line, a fireman has to be with them and has to stay with them the entire time that they're in the city.
Okay.
If we have a rain date for the next day, that fireman has to stay with those fireworks all night until the next day, until they're shot off, and they leave the city limits.
I never knew that.
Yes, I didn't either. And so that was one of the stipulations, and I appreciate that. I have no problem with that at all. So there won't be a rain date. If they don't go off on Saturday night, then we may hold them over till the following year.
You never were in favor of the one where we did it in September.
No.
Remember the rain out, and then they
No, and the reason I wasn't in favor of that is because I went down to the public dock and watched that fireworks display with about 300 or 400 people. When on the 4th of July, as a matter of fact, I talked just recently to Gabe that runs the restaurant down there.
Right.
And he said 5,000 to 7,000 people are down there on the night of fireworks.
What a difference.
So that's the reason that I wasn't real.
Okay.
You know, I mean, people take vacations to see those fireworks.
Yeah.
People come to this town.
Hell,
to
they're
see
down
those
there at
fireworks.
6 in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
Getting set
To
up.
get their seat.
Yes.
That's no exaggeration. I've seen it.
Which is something else. D-Day is a really fabulous event here in town, and it gets a lot of good publicity. And I think who I don't know, but I think that the 4th of July festival doesn't get its due justice, because as many or more people actually come to Conneaut for that 4th of July festival than for D-Day. D-Day is a one-day event. It brings a lot of people, and they've expanded, and I'm not putting them down at all. It's a fabulous thing. I was involved in it for many years, helped it out and everything, but I just, 4th of July brings a lot more people.
Well, I had
Because you have to look at the situation. The D-Day is in Township Park, and everybody's concentrated to Township Park. 4th of July festival is at Lakeview Park. The festival's concentrated there, but people that watch the fireworks is from Public Dock to Kingsville, that whole lakefront. Every side street you go down, there's a big group of people there. You know, I mean, they're watching the fireworks.
I remember talking to Tim Hansley, who actually was a firm believer in seeing 4th of July festivities be expanded into a summer-long event as a business type thing here. But he told me, and he's long gone now from being a city manager, but he told me it wouldn't be beyond the stretch of imagination that you would get on fireworks night alone 30,000 people lining that lakefront. He goes, that's just an estimate, but he goes,
Yeah.
think about it. Think about how much territory those people are expanding. He goes, it's wall to wall.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was right.
Township Park is full
Mm-hmm.
on 4th of July.
Yeah.
It's full. I mean,
you and I watched it one night from, well, it was not over there by Township Park. It was where the festival actually was.
right, Lakeview Park.
Lakeview Park, yes. And you could see beautifully there. No one used to do that. Now it's become so crowded that they're moving around.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. It's a big event. It really is.
What was the second part of that question, Pat? I don't want to.
No.
The most important part.
Where are the generators going to be located?
Okay. The stipulation was I had to move the generator. We have done that. We've secured that. But this new ride company, I told him there was an issue with the generator. I showed him where we used to park it. And I said, we need to move it. You know better than me where it needs to be placed. But this is where I would like it to be. And that is back on the tennis court. It's back away from Erie Street. It's actually at the corner of Sandusky and Park. The tennis court is right there.
Why am I not putting this
A
together?
hotel, lakefront motel is
Oh, at the top of the hill before you go down
Yeah. Okay.
up there.
Okay.
Naylor Boulevard.
Got it. Yeah.
Well, that's where I told him I thought would be a good place. He says, I'll put it wherever you want, Marty. He said, but my generator is designed to be super quiet. He said, we can park it in that house's front yard and
Yeah.
they wouldn't hear it.
No kidding.
That's what he said. So I'm excited about this ride company.
Yeah, I guess you are.
We are moving the generator. Yes, we're moving it. So all you people over there on Sandusky Street and Erie Street that hated that generator, please make a big donation to us this year because we moved the generator for
You
you.
heard it here first, Billy. There you go. All right, this is Rodney Cole. Last year there was supposed to be fried veggies. Went down there and they were not making fried veggies, Rodney Cole.
Okay, there was fried veggies down there last year, and I know exactly what he's talking about. There wasn't a fried veggie trailer that they had the big sign that said fried veggies. But there was a trailer down there that had a big sign on the front of it, and the top of it, the marquee said French fries. They were selling fried veggies. So I'm sorry about that. I'll tell them. I believe we have a regular fried veggie trailer coming this year now. So if
They're very popular.
they'll be there, one way or the other. If you don't see them, ask. Come and find me and ask.
Look for Marty.
Yeah, come and find me and ask. I'm usually on one of Bortnick's Kubotas driving around down there.
Question for Marty. Are they bringing their own workers or are they going to be hiring people? And if so, do you know the age limit for teenagers? Thank you.
The ride company brings their own employees.
Imagine they're all insured. And
Yes, yeah, workers' compensation, all that stuff. I mean, this guy is legitimate. He's not your fly-by-night over, ride company.
Mm-hmm.
He's very reputable, very professional. And that was one of the things that really attracted me to them. Not only do the rides look nice, but the operators. They're all clean, neat, very well-mannered, very polite. They're all in uniform. I was going around, traveling around to festivals and fairs, and actually I'd go to one and talk to the ride operators. I'd go right up to the ride, watch the ride for a little bit, and then talk to the operator just to get a feel. And they didn't know who I was, why I was there, or anything. I'm just an average person, you know. And I talked to them to see how they presented themselves and what they knew about their ride and
Right.
stuff. And I was so impressed with this company that I said, I need to get this company here. I need to get them.
You got another email here, Marty. This is from a Michelle. She said, I, for one, will not contribute to the fireworks if they will be postponed till next year because of rain. If anyone should feel like I do, it would be more difficult to raise the money this year. Just my tiny opinion.
It's not my fault that it's not the festival's committee's fault that there won't be a rain date. I don't know if that's your reason for not wanting to donate to the fireworks. Then I guess that's your prerogative. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say about that.
Now to Kim. Parade, people can, do you have a number that they can call
Yes.
if they want to get involved with the parade?
Yes, you can call me. My number is 265-1713, or you can email me at kimberlysudmack@gmail.com. And like I said, do it as soon as possible. The deadline is June 20th, so that we can get everything together. I mean, if there's a late entry, we could probably squeeze them in, but
Okay.
we do have limited space, and
Have you got any sign-ups yet?
not as of yet, not
It's a
personally.
little early.
Yeah.
Hi, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning. This is Arlene Devlin.
Yes, Arlene.
And the doughboy that's coming in are connected with Conneaut. My nephew is Norman Taylor. He graduated from Albion. He
Yeah.
married Bonnie Walla here in Conneaut.
Okay.
They moved to Florida and they started their business. And they have about 15 different kinds of
Food trailers.
food trailers.
Yeah.
And so they will be glad to come back and see a lot of their people. In fact, they were married at St. Francis Cabrini Church.
I'll be darned.
And their first two children were born here in Conneaut.
That's great.
Nice.
Now,
And it's my sister's children.
What was the last name? Kaler?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Kate Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
And they used to live out here in Conneaut when they first got married.
Uh,
Norman Taylor and Bonnie Walla would be the connection in Conneaut. She died 2 years ago in May.
I was going to say, yeah, she died, passed away a couple of years
So
ago.
I just want to say I have good relation and they're very clean.
Great. I'm glad you called that in.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to have to talk to Norm about that because he never told me that he
Local
was from
connection.
Conneaut.
Good for him.
He's not from Conneaut, but she was. I
Yeah,
guess.
okay. Now, Kim, obviously the theme is going to be for 4th of July.
Correct.
That type of thing. Looking for anything specific?
Actually, I want the Conneaut Idol contestants this year, because we talk about it every single year, getting a float. And Marty's like, you better get on them. Now, I might have to take personal responsibility for this one. I'm hoping I don't.
You are gonna-
But I want all of the contestants formally to come in and help put together a float for them.
Okay.
You know, they should be in the parade. They should be, involved in some sort of manner. So if anybody wants to volunteer to help out to put together a Conneaut Idol float, I would be more than happy to spearhead that. But I'd like the
we need a
contestants
trailer,
to
a
do
truck,
it.
and decorations.
We need a little bit of everything.
A
So
generator.
it's early enough that we could pull this
Yeah,
off.
you could
and
do that.
Make it a really nice one. And Marty had mentioned he had wanted someone singing. One of the winner previously to be singing on the trailer. That may not be possible, but at least to be on there.
When's the parade going to be held?
The parade is Friday, July 4th.
4th of July.
Yep.
Okay.
12 o'clock
And
noon.
12 o'clock. And we're going to follow the Depot Street type lineup
Right.
that we did last year.
Would you have your idol winner by then or no?
No, we
Oh
want
no,
a winner. No,
we want them all on the trailer. All the previous winners that are competing
Okay.
this year, we want those ones on the trailer.
Well, they all could sing a bard.
And they all
Yeah.
could, and that would be something that they would have to get together and talk about.
Work on.
Pick a song. Maybe y'all could sing little pieces, parts. But I think it would be really neat, and people would like to see that. I need entry forms in again, like by June 20th. If you need one, you can email me or call. all the details need to be on there. Some people were leaving out details last year, so we didn't really know who they were, and they would, you know, it's not definitive on their float or
Right,
their whatever.
right.
So just make sure we know who you are, and then we
And
pass
this
that on.
is something that Marty instituted last year, I believe. Depot Street. That was not in place before. That was always Jackson Street.
Correct.
And
We just had more
did it
room.
go? Did it go better?
Yes, yes, it
Yeah.
actually did. You get a little bit of confusion when you get your number. You'll get a number once you send in your application, and the numbers are on the ground. So that as long as they, you know, and the people who were there last year that come back realize the numbers are there. As long as you realize what order the numbers are in, it's not hard to figure out where you're going to go. So
Pat, I did some investigating and some research, and I went to I wanted to figure out a more organized method of organizing that parade. In the past, what they did was everybody went to and they did a wonderful job. Now, I'm not knocking anybody or anything like that. Boy, I gotta clear that up. They'd go to everybody would meet at the Conneaut High School parking lot, and they'd be scattered all out through there, and then the organizers would say, okay, you go there, you go there, you go there, and I thought there's got to be a way of organizing that so that you don't have to do that. And so I went to the Great Jamboree. They have a parade that is so big that they have to have it 2 days.
Really?
Yeah, and each day, they have one on Saturday and one on Sunday. Each day that parade lasts for 2.5 hours. It's that big.
Wow.
And I thought, you know, a parade that big has got to take some fantastic organization. So I went there. And I went there before, early in the morning, and I talked to the parade organizers. And they put me in a golf cart, and they took me a tour around where the routes for the parade. And they explained to me how they did this so well, so that the organization was just flawless.
Right.
And that is what they did. They send out applications for the parade. You fill out the application, you send it back to them. They send you a number, your unit number. And then they have streets designated in downtown Geneva, and they go the night before and they number the streets, and they put little signs in the tree lawn, number 14, number 15, number 16, and so on.
Right.
And they have numerous streets lined up like that.
Oh, bizarre.
And then people, the parade participants, get their number in the mail, and then they go there the day of the parade and look for their number on the street, and that's where they get in place right there. Then when it's time, and the organizers go down through to make sure there's no confusion, nobody in the wrong place, anything like that. And then when it's time for the parade steps off, and those streets come out and follow
And it works.
It's beautiful.
the only thing I ask is this year, if you're the contact person for the float or the organization, make sure we have a number we can reach you if possible that day as well. Because there was some kind of confusion and we couldn't get a hold of some people, and then they'd show up and we'd have to go find them. But with cell phones nowadays, you know, we should be able to have the contact number so we can get a hold of them and make sure they're not, you know, if they're running late, we know what to do, because sometimes if someone's running late, other people just want to keep moving up, and we're trying to keep that from happening this year. Keep the confusion down.
Marty, Kathy Pape was on the show a couple weeks ago and mentioned that you had asked her, we're going to ask her, or did ask her, I guess, to kind of handle Dairy Queen Conneaut Idol.
Did I not mention that?
Is she going to do it?
That's one of the things that I'm really excited about this year. With the Dairy Queen Conneaut Idol contest, our judges, our panel of judges, they've been phenomenal. And they are returning this year. Jim Furman will be a judge. He's coming back from Virginia just for that occasion. Jamie Hochschild will be a judge. And Pete Petrie is our third judge and has been for a few years now. Pete cannot judge this year because he will be performing.
Right.
So I tried to, I've always wanted to be a judge on that contest, but I couldn't because I was always hosting it.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, this year I'm going to judge. So I'm going to sit down on the judges panel, and I asked nobody, I couldn't think of anybody in Conneaut that would fit that situation better than Kathy Pape. So I went to Kathy and I asked her, and she got so excited. She said, "Yes, I'll do it."
Gonna do it.
Yes, Kathy Pape is going to be the host of the, or hostess of the Dairy Queen Conneaut Idol this year.
Hey Marty, at work.
Ah, I told you.
Marty taught me something this morning. You can actually use a thermos without taking the cap off. I never knew that.
Yeah. Good thing it worked because you would have got
I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous
Yeah,
there,
I
Marty.
got white pants on here.
Yeah, that made a mess over it. You know, guys, you got to come back, obviously. Cause
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
many, many more times, because this is going to keep changing and getting updated.
Yes.
And I had mentioned at the beginning of the show that we wanted to kick off our fundraising campaign. We are doing that. If you would like to make a donation to the fireworks, please do so. You can send a, let's see, how we going? Send your donations to Conneaut 4th of July Festival, 606 Chestnut Street, Conneaut, Ohio 44030, or you can make donations at our fundraising events that are going to be announced, and we'll be back on here. Our plans are to do fundraisers similar to the ones we did last year. We had at the local banks. We set up out front. We had cheerleaders. We had music. We gave away pizza and popcorn and drinks, and not drinks, but bottled water.
And it was hot those days, so people appreciated that water.
So we're going to be doing those fundraisers also. There'll be canisters out throughout the community. Drop your change in them, please. As you know, everything, the cost of everything is going up.
Do you have some seed money to help you?
Yes.
You have seed money?
And now you're me. We're gonna be doing a little bit of different this year. That I think is more exciting. Remember last year when we did the fundraisers at the banks. Anyone that made a donation, we put their name on a list, and then we came in here the next day, the Monday after that, and we drew a name, and they won prizes.
Right.
We're going to do that again this year, but we're going to put together some special packages for those prizes, which are going to include wristbands for a family of 4 on the rides, food at the festival. We're going to set up a front row seating, VIP seating for the winners for the entertainment, so that they can go right there and be right in the front row of the entertainment at the festival. And we'll bring food to them. We'll wait on them, things like that. So there are going to be some nice prizes awarded for those donation attempts.
Well, we'll keep giving you updates, folks, as this continue. Marty, thank you so much. Kim, thank you so much for coming in.
Pat, thank you for having us in.
Learned a lot this morning, and we'll learn more as we continue on towards the 4th of July 2014.